As I exposed earlier this week, after the mayor tried to appeal to voters stinging from rising housing costs by pretending to be in the same plight.
So affordable housing is it's a real thing. My husband and I, we've been looking at houses now for quite a while, and we can't afford a house like so many others. We are fortunate because we have a townhome, but we can't afford your traditional picket fence house that so many people dream of having here in Cedar City. So I understand the affordable housing problem.
And then discovering her second home in Washington County and the subsequent tax evasion allegations she received by declaring both residences as primary dwellings, I started to dig a bit deeper into the issue. Following my last video, I discovered that the mayor's husband, Jason Edwards, had contacted the Washington County Assessor's Office to change the designation of the $700,000 assessed market value home from his primary residence to a secondary designation, but was thwarted in this effort because such a change would be required to go before the County Equalization Board. It now appears this attempted cover-up may have more severe ramifications for the mayor and her husband. After the video aired, I was contacted by many individuals who had even more information to offer. I was informed that the mayor met with a local reporter several months ago about this issue and convinced this reporter that there was no story, once again reiterating that the Washington County home is a secondary residence. So we know now that this was not a surprise to the mayor when I released the video earlier this week. She had known about it for weeks, but chose to take advantage of the illegal dual tax break and only reacted when it was publicly exposed. I was also able to discover additional evidence that the mayor was lying about her primary residence. Just 3 weeks ago, the mayor's husband, Jason Edwards, refinanced their Washington County home. As part of the refinancing process, he signed a legally binding affidavit 2 times in front of a notary declaring the Washington County home to be his primary residence. Given that lying on this affidavit is a Class 2 felony in Utah, this may be the best evidence yet that the mayor has not been truthful about her primary residence. Unfortunately, as we know from last week, after we exposed that the mayor was claiming 2 primary residences, she had her husband called to reclassify the Washington house as a secondary residence. Doing this may potentially constitute a crime of mortgage fraud. It seems that the cover-up may have made the situation much worse for the couple. Given that it appears the mayor encouraged her husband to make this change, she could be charged as an accessory to the crime. Despite overwhelming proof that the mayor and her husband have been using the Washington County home as a primary residence, including the fact that her husband is registered to vote at that address and not in Cedar City, yep, he can't even vote for his wife, the mayor has continued to call the home a secondary residence and insists the couple live in Iron County. So the real question here is, does the mayor actually live in Iron County? And if not, was a crime committed when the Washington County home was reclassified as a secondary residence? At this point, I don't know the answer, and I feel like I've gone as far with this investigation as I can. Because of the serious implications of what I've uncovered at this point, I'm just going to turn the evidence over to the FBI and to the Washington County Attorney's Office to figure out if a crime has been committed and an indictment needs to be brought. However this turns out will be up to federal and state authorities to figure out. But at this point, I just have to ask, is this the face we want to have for Cedar City? If you like this content, please share it and give it a thumbs up below. Also, check out our new Facebook page, Cedar City Politics, and consider subscribing for more coverage of our local politics. There's a link in the description below. Thanks for watching and have a great day.